What's up, everybody? MasterBoris here, and I want to talk about a certain topic that I saw on social media that needs to be discussed and have discussions with you all about that. Uh, yeah, and we're talking about video games, and we're going to talk about other things I want to bring up as well in this video. Are women ruining video games? Are women killing gaming? I would say to that, yes and no. Okay, so there has been a time, especially in the 2010s, where they put a certain woman on a pedestal for talking about different gaming tropes and how games should be this way and that way and being politically correct, and that's later on it became a term of wokeism, which I really don't like that term, but in the gaming aspect of things, wokeism is a thing. Um, and she pretty much, damaged, the reputation and the nuance of gaming. And that content creator is Anita Sarkeesian. Now, over the years, that died down. She became irrelevant. But even during that time, she did damage to, the gaming space because there's a lot of guys that were sent for her to get to and put her in higher positions of you know being in this gaming space and directing what the game should be. Then we got different feminists that wants to be in the gaming space and wants to make certain games to be politically about them, the ideology to be running through these games instead of making video games to be video games and just leave your political beliefs and systems and your ideologies out of it. You got women that are in this feminist movement that be in these spaces that be programming these games, uh, pretty much just making women designs ugly, making the women look ugly, and all that mainly because they're the ones that are really doing it. Now, as far as gamers, women that game, not so much. I mean, if that's the case, it's minuscule. It's small. They're not really the part of the problem. But the women that are in the industry, the gaming industry, where they're executives or they're like, you know, lead programmers or lead designers or whatever, those women can be the problem. Potentially, it could be a huge problem. But then again, this is a male dominant space. The gaming industry is a male dominant space. And you got men out here following suit and try to appease women to do certain things with certain games and certain, triple AAA titles. Even though I don't like that term either. Um, they follow it, because things, became crazy, especially going on in the Me Too movement era. And then, over the years, but there are some women I feel like, especially going on today, I would say the gamers. Last time I checked, women that do game, it was probably 46%, 46.4% of women are gamers. And that is a huge leap. These are I'm talking about, not women just want to be in the space just to get attention from men, because we have that too, where they just want attention and they'd be like, buy my OnlyFans. I'm talking about women that really game, that knows the lore of certain games that they love and enjoy playing, and do Twitch streaming. But I feel like overall it's minuscule. I feel like men done more damage to the gaming space, because again, it's a male dominated thing. It's a male dominated activity, even though women are choose to be within that activity. But it's small, but it's big at the same time. Because, like I said, as I checked before, hold on for a second. I want to check the stats again, the statistics of gamers that are women. As of 2024, 48% of gamers are women playing, console, mobile, and the whole 9 yards. Okay. Now, I will say in the industry standpoint, in the business standpoint, in gaming, it could be a problem, because, certain women are going to be in certain spaces. Now, as you see in the picture here, well, I want to clear up some things. First off, let's start with Lin Tao, the Asian woman right here. She is the chief financial officer of Sony. Like Sony as a whole, not PlayStation. Okay? She ain't got nothing to do with PlayStation. She handles the money of everything, Sony is going to be doing. Including, PlayStation. Every source of income, every expenses, revenue. She is the chief financial officer. So she don't have like a direct line or a position where she's in charge of PlayStation. She's all about the money management. Okay. Now this next lady here, Devin Pritchard, she is the chief operating officer of Nintendo of America. Now she took Doug Bowser's place last year, but Nintendo, they are more low key about, when they present what they got going on with their games, and you barely gonna see her. She's not gonna be another Reggie Fils-Aimé. They stopped doing that type of thing where they got a spokesperson for Nintendo. They just want to show you the games and that's it, the product. And they just be low key about it while they show you the games. They don't need a spokesperson. They passed that. They don't want to do that anymore. So you don't have to worry about her because, her key role is pretty much, the marketing, the business affairs, and the strategy of what Nintendo has got. And also, Nintendo America have to answer to Japan because they are the big boys of the operation of the business. So you don't have to worry about her. But this one, her name is Asha Sharma. And they put her in place is so deliberate. She's going to be the new CEO of Microsoft Gaming, Xbox brand, whatever. And I'm looking at her credentials right now, and she hops around really fast. Because she's part of the IT team of Microsoft. Microsoft Azure. You know what I'm saying? You got 1.5 years, 2.5 years there. She's going to put the final nail in the coffin on the Xbox brand. Again, this is deliberate. Because they replace Sarah Bond for this chick. This chick is probably using Copilot AI to respond to people on social media right now as we speak about what she's going to do for the Xbox brand. She has zero to no experience at all when it comes down to gaming. At all. Like, at all. At least the chicks that I just named have experience in gaming. Because the women that I said previously has been in the company for years before they got into the position they are now. This chick doesn't. Probably never play a lick of Halo. Listen, if I was an Xbox fanboy, bruh, I'll be terrified right now. This is it. They're gonna put her into task of making her selling more Xbox Game Pass to the gamers that want to play and try to appeal, making Call of Duty Xbox Series exclusive. You know what I'm saying, with the new Modern Warfare 4, because they're coming out with a Modern Warfare 4. And because the Activision Blizzard deal was a bust. I'm here to tell y'all, it's a bust. And I told y'all this 2 years ago when I exposed those FTC documents, what Microsoft was trying to do with the gaming business, with the gaming market. So this is their last stretch here. She doesn't know, she looked like she don't know a lick of gaming at all. She probably never played, never beaten the Super Mario, Sonic the Hedgehog, Final Fantasy, Halo, whatever in her life. She's just there for proxy. You know what I'm saying? And she replaced Sarah Bond. They let her know, hey, it's time for you to go, along with Phil Spencer. But she's getting the blame. She's getting the blame for all the stuff that's failing for Xbox, and that ain't right. Which I told y'all that this was gonna happen. 2 years ago, I said Sarah Bond is gonna be the scapegoat if everything fails for Xbox. And look what's going on right now. They got hit pieces about her being all her fault. Nobody watched the video when me and my friend exposed Microsoft of who they really are. Racist bunch of nobodies. That, you know, their business culture doesn't involve you really. You're just here to, they want you to take all the blame of the foundation they already built before you even got there. Phil Spencer is probably doing the Homer Simpson hiding in the bushes meme right now because he ain't getting blamed for nothing, and he was the one that came up with the ideas, not her. It's crazy they got rid of her, fired her, not resigned, fire her on Black History Month. That ain't right, and I'm going to talk more about that this Wednesday night stream. I'm going to talk more about that and how that's not fair. People putting all the blame on Sarah Bond on why the Xbox is failing. No, it's not. There were men involved. It was Phil Spencer's idea first to say Xbox everywhere, Xbox anywhere. Not her. She just regurgitated everything that he said since E3 2018. But she didn't really say anything. She didn't really do nothing. She was just a DEI hire, which I don't really like that term. But that's what she was. And now she's gone, and they replace her with the Asha Sharma chick. But yeah, I'm going to leave on that note. Yeah, I'm going to be bringing the smoke on this Wednesday night stream. I'm going to talk about this and more Microsoft stuff. The Xbox, you know, how is it going to hold up now with new management, with new businesses, practices coming from them. And yeah, we're gonna get down to the nitty gritty because this is ridiculous. So yeah, let's just have a discussion in the meantime in the comment section down below. Hit that like button, subscribe if you're new. I do a variety of videos, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.